Assalamu alaikum, sir. Iqbal, how are you, sir?
I'm all right.
Mizaj Sharif.
Yeah, shukriya.
It's an honor
It's
and
always a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I think we met in London
Ji, ji.
and then we had a good time in London last summer. You were there for a
Absolutely.
course.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You remember? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I remember that very well. Wow. We had a terrible night that night.
But that was an amazing experience. Wasn't it an amazing experience? It's all about the experiences that you treasure. Because वो जिंदगी भर याद रहता है.
Yeah, you'll never forget that.
You will never forget that experience. और आज आपके साथ बैठकर बात करके
I have met at least 50 people so far. And many people want to be incommunicado and be quiet. I said, don't know why. Well, it's very strange, but it's a pleasure always. I always find time to meet people. I'm a people's person.
सर मुझे बताइए ना इसी एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में. पीपल तो होना एक चीज़ है, मगर ये जो एनर्जी मोटिवेशन आती है, जो स्टेमिना आता है, लोगों से मिलना और इस नॉलेज को ट्रांसफर करना, आप कभी थकते क्यों इस चीज़ से और आपको के अंदर कहाँ से मोटिवेशन आती है? कंटिन्यू.
I don't know. The point is this, कि आप जब आए थे तो मैंने बोला we chirp. I keep writing about it. When I'll die, I'll not chirp. I will keep quiet. So it's a beautiful thing to chirp. And what else life is? We are not here to make money. Yes, I've made enough money and I'm very happy sitting here in New York, and it will be rich to say okay, I just do it for fun. No, but I have made a good balance of my life. From very early on, when I was a kid, I knew what I needed in life and I worked towards that thing. I wanted a small room, a beautiful room overlooking a park. Right now, can you show? See?
Yeah.
This is a room.
It's an amazing view of the Central Park in the Columbus Circle, and then the towering, of course.
Basically, when you came to London also, I had the same hotel, same place. Then Paris, if you come,
Yes.
same small little room. I don't like big houses. I like a beautiful room overlooking an Eiffel Tower, overlooking Big Bang, or overlooking here something like some tower. That's a beautiful thing in life. So once you have this contentment, yes, I've reached quite good level at a very young age. But on the other hand, I also want to become knowledgeable. I want to learn. I'm a lifelong learner. Learn. That's my motto in life. If you don't learn, you get
My
lost.
favorite quote of yours, sir, is the fact that I use at work as well, is learn, unlearn, and relearn.
This one by this.
But I read that on your profile.
Yes, but I have used it quite a bit because unlearning and relearning and learning is
Unlearn and then relearn. Because information change होती रहती है speed of light के
The
साथ.
point is that even you keep learning all the time, then naturally old things will go away. Dogma will go away. New things will come into place. The point is you cannot stay in this world with your traditional thoughts. You have to every day re-equip yourself, redefine your whole existence. I redefine myself. I redefine my thoughts every day. I examine my whole inside. I question myself. I question all the time. I am very unsure about myself. I'm not super confident. I'm very skeptical about my own line of philosophy. I say, am I right?
Yeah.
How am I getting all this? And then I question it all the time. And that's the beauty of it.
Right.
Because when you are too sure of yourself, you are a very destructive person.
Help me understand your new journey on this AI that I've been following up and on. आप किस तरह से, how do you challenge AI and how does AI challenge you? And that interaction almost feels like as if you're interacting with a human, right?
Yeah.
Or as
basically, see, the point is, it's just to explain you 2 minutes before we decided to. That if you, AI is machine learning. It is machine. And no machine learning can ever will not bring emotional quotient into it. Emotional intelligence is one of the most integral parts. What makes us humans? Our brain is one of the most extraordinary tool and organ in the universe, in the entire universe. It is microcosm of the universe. If you really take a scan of your brain and nodes and everything and synapses and neural connectivity, our human brain is one of the most extraordinary things. Similarly, our capillaries and arteries have the same function. So, the universe is within us. We are.
That's my favorite quote of yours. We are sentient.
That's it.
The universe is within us. Yeah.
We are sentient beings, and as a sentient, self-aware beings, every part of our body, as Carl Sagan said, has all the elements of the medieval of the time of birth. From the Big Bang,
Absolutely.
From only hydrogen and helium, and then supernovas, explosions, and heavier elements, the carbon-based life. So that is the beauty of it. The whole idea that our brain is there to be used, to be questioned. We should be questioning. We should be questioning our existence. We should be questioning the books we read. That's the beauty of life. Right. That's what I've learned a little bit. So basically with AI, my contest is very open. I keep questioning AI when they keep telling me things, and they're using me now as one of their
as a resource to fine-tune.
They have picked me up as a person that I question their basic assumptions. What AI will give you, suppose you ask a question, AI will give you standard answers, generic answers. Suppose, just now I gave you an example of, we can just write something, why there are skyscrapers, why this needle building, my friend has an apartment up there, he bought it for $148 million, Saudi investor, now he wants to sell it, no one wants to give him $40 million. The point is because it moves later on. These have been designed as such.
Especially the one right behind us,
like
this one.
The one behind you. Can you show it?
Yeah, it's right there, this one right here. It's these two buildings. There's a skinny building right there, and it's also this building right here. Yep, this one.
And the point is that he wants to sell it, and nobody. So the idea is that when you look at these things all over, and so we can have a dialogue on why there are skyscrapers, and I explained you there can be many line of action. So you have to develop the questioning power. Okay, why so many skyscrapers are there on Manhattan?
Right.
Because it's an island. It's a small piece of land. It's two sides, east and west, is within 3-4 miles and 12 miles long, and therefore you cannot put 20 million people here and become the financial district of the whole world. So it needed a vertical rising and things like that. So that is the point why Paris is short and New York is long, and Manhattans have become the emblem of the cricket scoring, big Manhattans or small scoring and things. So it becomes a part of the global culture, part of language. So those are the kind of questions. If you are unable to connect the dots that Steve Jobs in his commencement address talked about, connecting the job is one of the most important things in life. You should be able to connect the dots. If you are unable to connect the dots, you will never be able to progress. So human mind has to be used. If your neural connectivity has to increase and your synapses have to work, keep using it. So AI, if you start using AI just as a generic answering machine, you will destroy it. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's
even
right.
Even in sex, if you don't use your organ, you lose it.
That's right.
And even your limb. And man lost his tailbone because we were not using it. Animals kept it. So basically, once we became bipedal, and we were not quadrupedal, the reason we don't grunt, we talk because your larynx dropped. So that is a small little beautiful things in life. If you know these things, you develop an argument. When you develop an argument, you whip AI to go on the line. My dialogue with AI is very interesting. If you want to be fly on the wall and want to see what I talk to
it's
AI,
very intellectual. It's very full of intelligence.
Very interesting discussions. I will one day in my book will write all these things about how AI and I have become a very good mating partners. Mentally we mate each other.
Someone that finally kind of challenges you back, and then you can interact with it.
Without neurotransmitters, without the component that is most important in life, which is emotional intelligence. You see my point, and electromagnetic impulses that run the brain. AI will never be able to take the place of the brain. AI will make some silly mistakes all the time. Yes, AI can come up with, be able to quantum computing will be able to resolve. I can tell you, all the valid courses and words will be invalid. Within 20 years, they will be able to break any codes. The fact of the matter is that what AI will not be able to do is to act like humans. The consequences, the ability to deal, the ability to list the data, from space Starship Enterprise. No emotions. Emotions, to bring emotions, you need to have a biological machine,
attributes
not
that
a
are
machine, mechanical machine. How you introduce serotonin, and all these 4 elements which compose the neurotransmission of the brain, that will be a big issue. So AI and me are having initial sparring partnership. We discuss. So it's becoming very interesting. So one of my meetings today was with one of the developers. So they're asking me a lot of questions and how do I reach it, and therefore they are examining.
They're intrigued. They're very intrigued with how.
No, but how I'm using it, the way I'm leveraging it, is causing a lot of interest, and that is something as public service I do, because let ideas float or let ideas have sex with each other. That's what I call it. Let ideas have extraordinary intercourse with each other. Ideas on the intercourse, that comes the beauty of extraordinary
flourishing and kind of creating a new
mind. That's what. Therefore, I'm so much always positive
1 second.
and optimistic. That's where energy comes from. My mental energy is what is. Last night I went to from this place. I went to financial district downtown. I went to the International Financial Center, and I went to the Westfield Mall because I had to meet somebody. So that's the beauty of it. Then from there I came back to Masano, an Italian restaurant which is in the Midtown. So I move around, and that I think my mental energy translates. It gives me empowerment. If your mental energy is strong, and you stop dying, and that will come. It's like a thief in the night.
It's a very rare trait. It's a very rare trait to have in someone that wants to spread the wealth of the knowledge and the things that are in their brain, because everybody wants to be so selfish, but you're just so selfless that you're just like whoever can, jo sunne ko baitha hua hai, whoever can listen.
I don't care.
So no,
you read or you don't read. You don't. But I've got
it's amazing
so
that
many people who keep asking me questions. Yes, the best people who reject me are my people who don't want to listen to me and they don't want to. And I'm happy with them because their rejection causes me to produce better content. Rejection and better should be turned into acceptance. Imagine if your rejection is always considered as a heartbreaking event. Rejection should become a positive element in your life. You should grow. That's always in my life. If someone insults me, ridicules me, the best enemies, your enemies are your best friends. Love them, respect them, pray for them. The more enemies you have something to show.
Exactly.
And 99% of the people don't even ignore my thoughts, ignore my thinking. But that's what helps enables me to become better. But am I going after anybody? The only way, the venom which will run in your blood will destroy you. Therefore, don't worry. Just the best thing in life is love everyone, enjoy everything, give your best, put your best foot forward, give a big shot, try to learn and enjoy it. So whenever someone calls me, I have time.
Yeah, that's an amazing part. Absolutely.
Always. That's the beauty of it. How do I meet people? Thousands of people I meet every day. London, Paris, when I'm there, Iqbal, can I meet? And always I find time. Not because, yes, I can always be busy. I don't have to. A good human being should never be busy. If you're living by your diary, and you're worrying about, if you have $400 billion and you're worrying about why that man has been given Presidential Medal of Freedom, like Elon Musk is worried about your story. I don't give a damn if anyone gets it or no, don't get it. If he's worried about things, that is toxic. That is toxicity. Don't worry. Let people live. Let 100 ideas, 100 flowers bloom. Really, literally. And that's the beauty.
Excuse me, just 1 second. Thank you, sir. So the next question I have for you. Do you have anything that you can draw as parallel between the structure of the universe and the structure of the brain?
Yeah, I tell you honestly, if you see, the beauty is that we humans are very intriguing people. We are very mouse-like, we create our own thing. The biggest tragedy that has happened to humanity is, and I always highlight it, you must have read it in my articles, that I always put that the day we have put 3 billion known universe across on an A4 size paper, we have trivialized the universe, trivialized it. We have made the universe small. So yesterday I was writing about Laniakea, the supercluster, and they were showing that Laniakea supercluster. That is one example of exactly if you take a frozen section of a brain and you take and compare the two. I did it yesterday. Frozen section of a dead man's brain and Laniakea supercluster. They are so close to each other, and then they show. Here is our not even Earth. They're showing a galaxy because that is we have 200 to 4 billion. Who counted it? 4 billion stars, 2 trillion galaxies in the universe, according to the people who. The
dendrites, the synapses, the correction,
and then you see
the correlation.
And then that corner is one small Earth with our Milky Way and Ramida, which are 2.5 million light years in one spot.
Did you?
Absolutely. But basically, the point is this: these are untravelable distances. Why should man know everything?
Right.
This whole idea that man should know everything is so self-amusing, assuming.
Yeah.
So much of pride. Why should be so proud of his own capacities? We are nobody. We are mammals. We created. We have rivers. Within 2 million years, we got out of the the tree. We walked on the street. Today, it took 900,000 years from Alderman's tools to Ashlian tools to make a spear.
Right.
The moment we had a spear in 900,000 years, that was the rate of change of technology. And out of 900,000 years to the next, can you imagine in 2 million years, in 900,000 years it took from, but a monkey will not be able to do it now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Still they don't make tools. So can you imagine? So evolution, we are branched out of a gorilla, we are branched out of cousins, they are our cousins, we branched out. And one of them, by chance, became who we are.
That's right.
Otherwise, 99% our genetic sequence, it's not possible. But our brain neuroconnectivity is extraordinarily large. And every human, by using the brain, can become an extraordinary person. We, as a whole, as a sentient being, are extraordinary. Every one of you is unique. I'm not as unique as you are. You are equal to me, and you are better than me. Because those who are using it, practicing it, that's the beauty of universes. So, equal opportunities creator, universe. And Big Bang is the singularity. Yes, I believe in God. Singularity is my God. And singularity means that one omnipotent, omnipresent, all-knowing, all-wise, that's near to my jugular. It's a part of me.
Right.
Why do we need to know God the way we're sitting on a big throne with flowing clothes and robes? That is the God that has been told in the scriptures. We have considered it because our clerics have made it into a God of manly like God that we should understand it. No, it is all the physical laws of nature.
So does that connect to your belief?
Einstein believed in. That's what basically Spinoza believed in. And that is the thing. When I went to Amsterdam, I talked about in Spinoza. I have a beautiful. I will tell you that speech of mine on Spinoza. And that's the beauty. The God of Spinoza is a God which is a real singularity. La Bahadur Sharif. That's it. There is nothing. Nobody knows about it. You will never be able to define it. And why should we know everything? Why human beings want to know everything? Theory of everything is not possible. It's the ability to make the relativity at the galactic levels and black holes physics at the time horizon, at the event horizon, and the Planck length, when physics fails and the relativity fails there and physics fails here, to have a theory that connects the quantum physics and the relativity physics, Einstein physics, general theory of relativity is not known. And why should, like Hubble tension is not discoverable. Yes, we are expanding, but nobody able to expand. What are we expanding into? Space is expanding.
That's so right. The fabric of space and time as it expands.
These are the elements and questions in physics which are unanswerable. Will we be able to answer them? No, maybe we not. We don't have to. And we will be able to come up. Yes, I think we will soon be able to get a super intelligence in the sense that some super quantum computation may come up with an equation that may connect the general theory relativity equation with the quantum engineering computations and quantum physics. But that is still a long time to go. But it is not end of the physics. I've written about it. End of the physics is still a long way to go.
Yeah. So, one second. Thank you, sir. So this is the question that I wanted to articulate after reading your Drake equation article on AI. And I wasn't able to because it was a long question and my kids and family came and I couldn't, right? So in the Drake equation context of your article that I read, how do you account for the vast distances that we are not able to see things the way they are? We are seeing it as the way it was. So if you look at Andromeda or if you look at any kind of a galaxy and it's billions of light years away and we're seeing it today, how does the Drake equation fits into the context of civilizations that have come and gone? Because we've been here just for like a million years maybe, right? Or even the advancements of 100,000.
No, 4.5 billion years.
So in that context of civilizations that are going to come and go, dinosaurs come and go, the observable universe, and how can we ever get to the point of the Drake equation being okay, perhaps agreeing with it or not agreeing with it, but accounting for the vast distances that will never allow us to know and quantify. Yes, there were hundreds and billions of civilizations that went and that came and gone, but we may never be able to get in touch because of the vast distances.
I agree with you. Observable universe is as big as 2 trillion galaxies. Observable.
That's
and
right.
There'll be infinite universe.
And the distances that separates us.
2 trillion galaxies, and each galaxy have around 200 billion to 400 billion stars, and each star has got at least one or two planets.
Absolutely.
And ours are more than that. We have Mercury, Venus, Earth.
Or TRAPPIST-1 system has
Mars,
7.
Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune.
Absolutely.
And Plato, the outskirt, the one who's been ousted. So these are our planets. So yes, this is the universe. The way you are telling me how I look into the Drake's equation, my distance does not make any big difference. Distance is not an issue. Independent of Earth. So we have James Webb that's looking into
the vastness
ringside seat, I call it.
Absolutely.
We humans who are so smart, within 10,000 years of Jericho, where we tamed the animal, we tamed the wheat, and we tamed rice, and within 10,000 years of that, we have been able to put James Webb watching a ringside seat, the birth of the universe. So we are seeing light. If light is not coming to us, we are going to the light. If mountain will not come to Muhammad, will go to the mountain. So you're watching. We humans are put right there, James Webb, looking at those stars, birth of stars, explosions of supernovas, the fusion and LIGO, for example. The gravitational waves are being measured 1/10,000th of a proton, and then from there you come down to a cauldron in Geneva, CERN, and there we are able to see Higgs boson, the particle that gives physical status to the energy. All these are something which was unbelievable. So here in Drake's equation, this is human within 10,000 years.
That's right.
A human which was not, it was writing the first cuneiform. It was writing, I shall do two goats and things like that. Was the first form of writing. It was not, yet the Epic of Gilgamesh came much later. Same as the Hammurabi Code came much later, which were the foundation stones of Genesis.
That's right.
Foundation stone of Genesis comes from Epic of Gilgamesh, and eye for an eye comes from Hammurabi Code. Go and come to Paris, see in Rubes. I will take you around and show you the original. So the point that I'm trying to make is that when you look at the universe and you look at the Drake equation is an equation that takes into account. It's a huge equation, and I cannot go through that.
Sure. It's a lengthy. Takes so many factors into account.
It's got different elements, and since there are so many stars, and there's
probability. It's all about probabilities anyway.
The probabilities and then as a result of that, what I have objected to the Drake equation is not about the distances. Yes, civilizations must have come and gone, but if the civilization must have come and gone, when will be gone? I tell you honestly, we still have Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, and we'll have millions of these Voyagers very soon in that 100 years, which will be transforming all over the stars. A billion years from now, these Voyagers will be somewhere. Some intelligent being will find us, and we have been transmitting these artificial signals. Okay, these will be staying there. There will be signs of we humans lived. Okay, when the earth will be scorched and the sun will burn us out and the sun will implode. But on the other hand, when all the hydrogen will be burned and all the helium will be consumed and the big heavy elements, the sun will, luminosity will increase, and as a result of that, earth will be scorched. And once earth will be scorched, but on the other hand, these our signs of earth, solar system will go, but signs of our external beyond
existence will continue to exist across the vast.
We will be sending a lot of these
probes across.
Voyagers like probes. Next 100 years, there will be age of astronomical approach to find our astrophysics will help us a lot. All this intelligent AI will help us. So there will be signal and signature. Human signature will be there forever. I don't believe in this, so we'll be gone and we'll be finished. No one will remember. This is all nonsense. This is one of the reasons that Voyager 1 and 2, Carl Sagan designed, the recording, say, the human beings, the voice, the music, the different things, that if any sentient beings find that, they will come to know that organization. Time for you and me is different. Time for the universe is different. It's timelessness. So what happens that when you're going at the speed of 99.99% the speed of light, the time slows down.
Right.
So
it's a very relative term. Very
and
relative.
The distance shrinks.
Right.
The distance shrinks. Like LHC. The distance shrinks. So if you go to Andromeda galaxy at the speed of 99.9, time dilation is what relativity is all about.
Sure.
The distance will shrink.
Interstellar taught me a lot. Interstellar.
The distance will shrink. So distance shrinks. So we write about it's a very warp drive and all these wormholes going through a different universe. All this exists, but these are more mythical things. What is available is that coming back to the Drake equation, I found an element in Drake equation which does not take into account that your life, since they say there are so many galaxies, so many stars, so many planets, the probability of finding a life and since is so much because Earth is one. No, it's not that. It took 3.5 billion years for Earth to develop the single, and the stars usually have 6 to 7 billion years. A bigger star, but a bigger star like this one, Centauri, today I have written about it.
My favorite star.
But it gives up super flares, destroys the next exoplanet. You can be. By the way, Venus as well as Mars are in the Goldilocks zone. They are part of the habitable zone. It's not they're out of it, but both of them are inhabitable because there is no magnetic core in Mars, so there's no safety from the gamma
Venus
rays.
has greenhouse effect,
and also same is with Venus.
Absolutely.
Greenhouse effect. So these are the kind of things, and basically what I have raised the issue with therefore that's my incentive analysis of Drake equation is if you add the uniqueness of life as a single cellular life for 3.5 billion years, for a star that will take 5 to 6 billion to live and 1 billion for a possible life, I think we'll live for 500 million years as a human. And so that is not, we have just lived 10,000 years as sentient beings. So imagine 500 million years. But to that, you need to have basically an equation where draw of luck is very important place. If there was no Jupiter, the asteroids will kill us, like they killed the moon.
Asteroid belt.
If there was no Saturn, asteroid belt. If there was, for example, there are 101 things that, if the dinosaurs were not gone, we would not be, as humans, be what we are today. So we would not evolve, mammals would not come.
Yes.
So the sentience nature of life, self-view nature of life, is a huge, life in itself, the probability is zero, near zero. It took 3.5 billion years for unicellular. It took another 500 billion years for multicellular life. And then it took the dinosaurs to come.
Sorry. So we had such an amazing conversation, Iqbal Saab, and I just have one last question for you, sir. First of all, we talked about everything, God, about stars and moons and galaxies. Let's come and bring it back down to Earth and human relationships. I'm going to ask you a very important and open question. How do you motivate everybody else around you to care, to love for everything around them so that they not only become better human but also more someone that can really care about things that you care? This for me is far more important, as in astronomy, astrology, relationships, everybody else, and be that thought-provoking person. How would you encourage me to continue thinking the way you were thinking, the way I want to follow?
I think your personality or your friendship should be kind of addictive. That's what I think, believe. If those who are my friends, and we are very few people like you who love me, and they are addicted to me. They come and talk all the time. You came to London, you made time to come and see me. We had a great discussion that we had for 4 hours. And then you come here, you called me 3 times. You were there in Scarsdale. The other day I was there. You kept following Iqbal. So similarly, people, today evening I have a dinner at a Chinese place. Then I have a cup for 1 hour. I have to go and see somebody. The point is, addiction is all about knowledge.
The hunger for knowledge, and the hunger for having that person that can feed your brains.
You have to respect the mind.
That's right.
And it doesn't come. It is a bent of mind. People don't have that bent of mind, most of them. And we should not worry about it. You don't write for somebody, you don't think for somebody, you don't formulate or theorize things for somebody, you don't articulate for somebody, you don't sit down and worry about what is somebody else thinking, because the point is, it's not your duty. So the best motivation is create something good. Come out of the conspiracy theory. The moment I see a conspiracy theorist, I stay away from it. But what is negativity? Negativity, he will make a conspiracy out of nowhere.
Right.
He will say something is wrong, which is, there is nothing wrong. Human beings are not something wrong. 99.9% human beings are good. Otherwise, I tell you honestly, like 99.999% flights they are okay. But one or two incidents happen, and you see newspapers saying, Boeing is no good, Airbus is no good. It's all nonsense. Accidents happen, they send guns out of the way. Similarly, human beings. Otherwise, how you walk on the streets? Yes, out of 8 billion people, 7.999999999 people sleep. Out of 100 million or 200 million people are in a dynamic situation like Ukraine and wars going on like Syria and like Gaza, Palestine and Israel. These issues are happening. But ultimately, all disasters, they tend to cool down.
That's right.
All tragedies, they end. Human history is an answer to all this. All tragedies come down. It's not a tragedy. Human life is a comedy.
It's a great quote. Humankind is a comedy. Yeah?
It's a comedy. The Toba extinction was one of the biggest extinctions. There was only 80,000 couples left. There would become mitochondrial gene Eve issue comes that we come from the same group of women. So there's a common, like some people even go out to say that Genghis Khan as a warrior created a permanent DNA in most of the people with a blue mark on their back. But that's not true. It's a myth. But the fact of the matter is that in Toba extinction, because of this in Java, there was a huge explosion of the earthquake of the mountain, and that led to this Toba extinction. And then there were very few humans left on Earth. But we came out of those. Right into the. So that is the beauty of it. That you bring sense of anticipation, you bring sense of suspense,
curiosity,
you create a story. You have to be a storyteller. You have to say something new. And yes, people will not listen if you're not on CNN. People will not listen if you're not real. People will not listen. But don't you want to be for your own self someone big? You look into the mirror. It's the man in the mirror that matters the most in the life. When you get up in the morning, think about who are you, what you want to do. You can waste your time doing nothing, or you can do great things. So energy comes with proper usage of mind. Don't make work your ultimate purpose of life.
That's right. So you have motivated me to get a book, which I did, called Mom and Dad Tell Me a Story. It has all the chapters about their life story from the childhood when I was born and how they felt about it, for them to think and put it together so I can have a connection with them for the rest of my life and my family.
Ideas. Children, tell them stories. Tell them big stories. Don't let them get into this conspiracy theories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love them. And love is one of the most important things in life. Love is what? Love is total affection. Give them everything what they want in terms of your mental growth. And give them basic decency in life. Teach them respect of human beings. Teach them respect of animals. Teach them respect of everything.
That's
what
right.
they use. Teach them respect of their own homes. Teach them respect of food they eat. Show them gratitude. Teach them humility. Walk. Why you always don't teach them this culture of billionaires? There's a new race of every kid wants to become a billionaire. Like
Gen Zs, the new generation of get rich quick and Bitcoin people.
Don't make them crazy all the time to think about making. I tell you honestly, billion is so much of money you will not be able to spend.
Yeah.
If you have a million, that's good enough. I say it on. And you live modestly, and you're a happy man. You're not jealous. You're no enviousness. Nothing venom running in your veins. You're the luckiest person on earth. Purposeful life. What is purposefulness of life? Be purposeful.
That's right.
Create questions. Ask inquiry. Ask questions. Enjoy. You see, what is the purpose of this mind or brain? Explore.
Yeah.
Learn. Question.
Yeah. Create meaningful connections and relationships. Connection with God. Connection with
connection with your Creator.
That's right.
Knowing the physical laws of nature that created, which are very much in cooperation with the scriptures that are all around. That's about it.
Right. Amazing. Kya baat hai. This is an awesome conversation, sir. I'm so glad and honored and happy and so honored that you took the time, sir. So much. Thank you very much. I'm going to send you all these videos right now.
No,